Jasmine handed Kirk an ultimatum so ridiculous that even reality TV producers couldn't make this mess. And even though we all knew that the situation between Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine was awful, she told him, "Me or Rasheeda, choose now." This is a whole new level of controversy because as of the last time we looked, Kirk was out here playing double dutch with his loyalty. One foot in his marriage and one foot in Jasmine's direct messages. Tell me, are these women now only fighting for communal property, or does Kirk actually feel that way? Will Kirk do his usual Houdini trick and run away from accountability as if he had warrants, or will Rasheeda finally throw up the deuces and give Jasmine this headache? We're going to expose him, so stay locked in. Rasheeda wants her rightful place and is done playing side chick games. The messiest celebrity love triangle since Tristan and Khloe is revealed in the tea, which also reveals Jasmine's cruel final choice. This is going to get real, so hold on tight. Let's start by discussing why Jasmine even used this crucial card. As everyone is aware, this romantic triangle is totally dysfunctional. Kirk Frost and Rasheeda's marriage has always been a full-blown roller coaster. I don't mean the pleasant kind. But why is Jasmine now forcing Kirk to make a decision? If you've been a fan of Atlanta hip-hop and love since the beginning, you already know this. Coaster that is just one malfunction away from going down. But let's take a moment to reflect because this drama took years to construct. Jasmine gave this ultimatum after considerable planning, preparation, and timing. She didn't just decide to do it one morning. But what changed is the actual question. Kirk's entire scandal shocked hip-hop and love to their core since they knew Jasmine wasn't just some random female from his past. At first, Kirk's reaction to everything was so good that he should have been inducted into the Ain't My Fault Olympics Hall of Fame. He denied everything, behaving as if Jasmine were a ghost haunting his marriage and that he had never seen her before. But when the DNA test results indicated that Kirk was the father of Jasmine's boy, it completely upended his world. Everything for Jasmine changed at that moment. It was no longer about being she was no longer only a convoluted plot point because she had leverage, a full child who was inextricably related to Kirk, and evidence of receipts. But even though Kirk was paying child support, he still refused to publicly acknowledge her, which is where things became really nasty. Claimed Jasmine, but in reality, he was merely acting in the same way toward Cannon as he did toward his other kids. And let's not even discuss Rasheeda, who wasn't amenable to any of this. She clarified that she had no intention of getting married, much less bringing Jasmine into her life. After a few years, Jasmine isn't Jasmine, used to chase Kirk and beg for crumbs to get attention. But now that the roles have been switched, she is no longer sitting around crying over Kirk, which puts Kirk in danger. Rather, she is following her passions. Jasmine is a woman who has made a name for herself in the field and is aware of her worth. She has her own business, influence, and following. I don't even want to hear Rasheeda's name. That's why she gave Kirk the ultimatum. Make me your wife or forget about me. Jasmine has, in fact, formally ceased playing video games. Is no longer about side chick drama, it's about power. As if it were nothing, Kirk was able to skate for years by juggling Rasheeda and Jasmine. But now that his time is up and Jasmine has set the clock, Kirk has to choose. Now let's talk about Rasheeda. The true wild card in all of this is that Rasheeda is over him. She has stood by him through nationally televised humiliation, infidelity scandals, and secret babies. But for what? Kirk is going to face the most unpleasant awakening of his life to save a marriage that everyone adores. And you think Rasheeda will just stand by and let Jasmine push her man's hand because their mother is barely hanging on? This is where she crosses the line, though, and the worst part is that if Rasheeda leaves, she won't simply abandon Kirk. She will take everything we've discussed. Kirk has been depending on that power couple image for years, and the brand deals with real estate. Kirk would just be another elderly man trying to stay relevant without Rasheeda, so he has two options. He can select Jasmine and run the danger of losing everything Rasheeda built. He took Rasheeda with him, and he risked Jasmine blowing up with him, spilling even more secrets and making sure everyone understood who Kirk Frost really was. Regardless, this man is stuck, and let's not overlook the industry as a whole. Trust me, everyone is watching this unfold in the realms of love and hip-hop. Just consider what Jasmine is now hanging onto, as she has previously demonstrated that she isn't afraid to display receipts. The blogs are prepared to drag Kirk across social media like Sunday dinner fans, and the cast members have already taken sides. If Kirk doesn't manage this appropriately, a full-blown scandal might be exposed overnight if she has voice records and direct messages of classified films. The most crucial question of all is if Kirk wants to remain with Rasheeda, because let's be honest, if he was really over Jasmine, he might have genuinely regretted his actions. Since Kirk has been keeping the door open the entire time, which is what makes this situation so perilous, Jasmine's idea that she has a chance means that no ultimatum would even be required. We're only getting started, but this is getting out of control. If you believe that Kirk will simply make, what will Jasmine do if Kirk chooses Rasheeda? What if Kirk makes another attempt to play both sides? The question that is most combustible of all is whether Jasmine has a secret weapon that neither Rasheeda nor Kirk knew about. Suddenly, the stakes are higher. Have never been higher. Rasheeda is tense, Jasmine has forced Kirk's hand, and everyone is waiting to see how this situation will turn out. But hold on, this isn't just about Kirk choosing. Oh no, it's about survival because, in all honesty, anyone in this circumstance let's start with Rasheeda, because if we know anything about her, it's that she makes sure you feel the same way she does. After all these years, you might think she's going to relax and watch Jasmine get her man, but in reality, she is going to lose badly. Rasheeda is prepared to ruin Kirk's life if he even entertains the idea of choosing Jasmine, and guess what? She is quite capable of doing it. Despite Kirk being the spouse, Rasheeda is the brand, handling financial matters and ensuring the agreements that keep the Frost name alive. You believe that these businesses will continue to exist even if she leaves, but let's be honest. Without Rasheeda, Kirk, she would just be another careless reality TV husband. If she really wanted to be petty, she wouldn't just leave him. Instead, she would take everything and make sure he goes to broke. Not to mention that Rasheeda swiftly ruined Kirk's financial independence and separate bank accounts the last time he tried to take charge. Why would she allow him to get away with picking Jasmine, in your opinion? Since Jasmine has little to contribute and Rasheeda has authority, let's alter the plot. Since she lost, she is the most dangerous player in this game. In reality, Jasmine's ultimatum to Kirk was not a playful one. Rather, it was a chess move and warning, effectively stating, either I become your main chick or I ruin you. She has already shown that she is not afraid to divulge secrets, as evidenced by her disclosure of Kirk's secret child. If he attempts to deceive her, she will do it again. Now, what is it that Jasmine is aware of that we are not? Could she have more text messages that proved Kirk had cheated on her? Maybe there's a new secret that might make matters worse because, let's be honest, what would stop Jasmine from dropping another bombshell is she was willing to unexpectedly plop an entire child on Kirk's lap. What if Jasmine has been recording talks all along? That's the actual tea. What if she has voice notes, video evidence, and proof that Kirk has continued to deceive her behind Rasheeda's back? After all, his background demonstrates his lack of devotion. Imagine waking up and seeing Jasmine attack Kirk like a TMZ star after she publishes even one big expose. Let's complete the circle since social media is revealing everything Kirk has been attempting to conceal, including screenshot leaks and sterling accusations. Kirk doesn't even see that he's already lost as he sits here with his head down, attempting to decide who to pick because of the inactuality, he loses regardless of who he picks. If he picks Jasmine, he loses Rasheeda, his brand, and all he has put so much effort into creating. Jasmine will make sure he never finds calm again if he decides on Rasheeda. Believe me, everyone is watching this situation evolve, so let's also talk about how the industry is reacting. The hip-hop cast is already taking sides and agitating behind the scenes as the blogosphere devours this like a 5-course meal. Not to mention Rasheeda's pals, who have been waiting for her to wake up. They are ready to pull Kirk to dirt if he makes a mistake. When Rasheeda initially found out about Jasmine, her friends pleaded with her to leave Kirk, telling her frankly, this man doesn't respect you. Now, after all of this upheaval and humiliation, she has the perfect opportunity to finally leave Kirk. What if Rasheeda has been playing the long game all along? That is the main twist, though. What if she was planning her escape and didn't say anything even though she knew Kirk was still lurking around? Rasheeda is more clever than most people realize when you consider that she has been inflating her bank account to secure her. Rasheeda is the one who keeps Kirk relevant and makes sure his enterprises remain alive. So if she goes, it's over for him. What if she's been waiting for the ideal moment to turn things around and attack him in the most painful place? Furthermore, if she decides to completely cut Kirk off, he will be in the worst circumstances of his life. Since Kirk has never been able to handle pressure, the crucial question at hand is what he will do. What did he do when the DNA test was initially released? He tried to get away when Rasheeda. He gaslighted her and blamed her when she confronted him about adultery. He feigned to be naive and behave as though he was clueless of what was happening when Jasmine told him what he had done. We all know that Kirk won't take the initiative and make the correct decision this time, so let's be honest if you think he will. Kirk is going to do the most stupid move imaginable. He will try to play both sides again to keep Jasmine quiet while still begging Rasheeda to stay. Because Rasheeda might be done for good and Jasmine won't be played again, this is where everything is going to blow out. Now that time is running out, we're at a standstill, and Kirk is sitting there pondering his options like a deer in headlights. The truly absurd element, though, is this: what if this game had a fourth player? According to rumors, Kirk has been having extramarital affairs with women apart from Jasmine. In Part 3, we explore the idea that Kirk has been acting much more shadowly than we first thought. So yes, we are far from finished. Is Kirk keeping something else from us? Would a new woman be involved? Oh, we haven't finished yet. This latest bombshell will make this drama seem like child's play, and it's genuine. Get ready for everything. It will be revealed in Part 3. You'll be shocked by what I'm about to tell, so if you thought things couldn't get any messier, fasten your seatbelt. Kirk, as we well know, has been balancing between Rasheeda and Jasmine, playing a dangerous game that would undoubtedly result in one of them losing. But what if I told you that there were other women in the picture besides Jasmine? Yes, you read correctly. There are allegations going around that Kirk has been hiding this secret and hanging out with other ladies in addition to Jasmine. Might totally turn the tide, so let's analyze it. Kirk has never been able to conceal his dirt for very long, if we know anything about him. The truth always comes out, no matter how hard he tries to hide it. So what's stopping this new bombshell from coming out? For months, there have been rumors that Kirk has been having affairs with an unnamed woman. While he has been out here trying to be a family man with Rasheeda and keeping Jasmine at bay, she has been standing in the background and keeping quiet. Some reports claim that the most strange aspect is that this isn't. This woman has apparently been around for a while, waiting for her day to shine, despite having a recent affair. But first and foremost, what type of dirt does she have on Kirk? What role does she play in all of this? To begin with, we already know that Kirk has a type, and if history is to be believed, he adores women who will play their part, remain silent, and ride for him. The catch is that this new woman isn't abiding by the regulations. Rumor has it that, like Jasmine, she has been secretly collecting her receipts and that she might be ready to pull a Jasmine too. Zero and disclose everything. Therefore, let's talk about why this is so important. Rasheeda and Jasmine have been putting a lot of pressure on Kirk to make a decision and alter his behavior. A third person in the game now can totally change the rules. What if this woman decides to come forward with proof that Kirk has been lying to Jasmine and Rasheeda all along? Jasmine's secret baby drama had Kirk on the ropes, after all, so if there's another woman with a Kirk might lose Rasheeda, but he might also lose everything. Rasheeda is already at her breaking point, after all. She has been duped, humiliated, and made to stand up for a man who consistently makes her look stupid. Should this new woman disclose proof that Kirk has been abusing her, now that the game is done, Rasheeda may finally lose it. You can be sure she won't simply walk out without taking everything with her as she wakes up and realizes Kirk won't change. Not to be overlooked is the cast of Love and Hip Hop. The entire cast will be having a field day as soon as this news is released. As you already know, Spice and Sierra will be there for Rasheeda, urging her to finally depart, while Bambi and Erica will be there to listen to K. Michelle and Carly Red chuckle in the background. Then there's Jasmine, who will be affected since she realizes that she wasn't Kirk's only side chick, staring at Kirk as though to say, "We told you so." Now, what does Kirk do? Let's be honest, he has never been able to handle pressure well. Each time he catches up, whether she runs, lies, or deflects, there may be no way out this time because what if this new woman decides to tell the world that Kirk has been playing everyone online? Yes, they will drag him to the blogs they intend to visit. Eat as if it were a 5-star meal, Jasmine, who will have to come to terms with the fact that she was never special and was merely a pawn in Kirk's shady scheme, and Rasheeda, who might finally be done for good. Let's take that a step further, though, because what if Kirk actually has a girlfriend? Given that, let's face it, if you're bold enough to cheat on your wife, ignore your family, and have a whole hidden baby, what's stopping you from doing it again? There are several reasons why this man may have been welding much harder than we first thought. Although Jasmine has been patient, she won't be duped indefinitely, and this new woman may be the one to finally come clean. Rasheeda has given Kirk numerous opportunities because it might be the time when his entire kingdom collapses, but even she has her limitations. What follows? When the truth is eventually exposed, what will happen? The streets are talking and the tea will be spilled, so we're going to find out, everyone. Then the time for the truth has come, and Kirk is on the verge of disaster. He will lose if he picks Jasmine, regardless of his decision. Kirk isn't ready for that type of smoke, and Jasmine will show him every receipt she's been holding if he stays with Rasheeda. But since Kirk has, let's be honest, performed both of these roles, the true question is whether he even merits a decision. Overnight, his entire empire collapses after Rasheeda departs. Women for years, and now the walls are closing in. Tell me, would you eventually escape if you were Jasmine? And would you finally expose Kirk if you were Rasheeda? This drama is too outrageous to ignore, so please provide your thoughts in the comments area. Make sure to enjoy it while you're at it. This story is far from over, I assure you. The world will be rocked by the next bombshell, which is on the horizon. Thus, turn on notifications and subscribe to the video. Remain imprisoned in the game since the real anarchy is only getting started.